Now, your First Alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Stephen Bowers.
All right, we're going to begin this evening with the forecast for the Olympics. We'll take you to Paris, where we expect some sun mixed with some clouds for Monday. It'll be a warm day, too, with high temperatures close to 86 degrees. Watch our futurecast for France here. You see maybe some showers down to the south of Paris, way down south of Paris. Paris itself, though, looks dry. And again, it'll be mostly sunny to partly cloudy throughout the day. I do have my eyes on a cold front that is moving into Ireland tonight. This will sweep across both Ireland and Great Britain in the next 24 hours, and by tomorrow night and into early Wednesday morning, it could actually mean some strong storms in and around Paris. So there is some storminess on the way. It looks like, though, that's going to be overnight tomorrow night, and maybe not so much when the actual games are taking place. So that could be some good news there. Otherwise, for us, it's warming up. Temperatures through the first half of this week are going to be in the mid to upper 90s. That's pretty close to where we should be for this time of year. The normal high for today is 94. And then we get to Thursday and we're starting to warm back up. And by Friday and Saturday, we're back up into triple-digit territory. I know, I'm ready to be finished with it too. Look, tomorrow highs are going to be near 96 around Grand Junction. We'll warm quickly through the 70s and 80s. By noon, we're almost to 90 degrees, and then we'll spend the bulk of the afternoon in the mid-90s. So yeah, it's going to be a warm day, but at least a seasonably warm day. The air quality also is still at good levels, at least for now. But remember, last week we were at unhealthy levels for a lot of us, and it was because of the smoke. And there are still hundreds of fires burning from western Canada to the western United States. Here in Colorado, the thickest smoke really starts right around Grand Junction at I-70, and then it's to the north over northwestern and north central portions of Colorado. That's where we have moderate levels of smoke, and then lighter concentrations of smoke are noted from south of Grand Junction out east through Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, and most of the eastern plains. Most of this smoke is way up above the ground. Down near the ground, the biggest concentrations are up here in the yellows and the oranges over northwestern Colorado, and in these reds back here by Salt Lake City. You notice through the night this generally stays north of I-70, but areas around Rangeley, Craig, and Meeker can certainly get into some problem territory with this, not only tomorrow morning but even through midday. But you notice we have lighter concentrations from Grand Junction south. That doesn't mean we don't have any smoke. We can have enough that, like today, give us just enough to make that sky a little bit hazy. And we've noticed that this afternoon, and that's possible not only tomorrow but into Tuesday as well, although Tuesday itself looks like smoke concentrations will be a little bit lighter. Fire danger is also up a little bit. We start relatively light tomorrow morning, but as we get into the afternoon and especially 3-4 o'clock, you see a lot of 4s, 5s, and even occasionally some 6s on this map. Now, that doesn't sound high, but when we're on a scale of 0 to 8, we're more than halfway up that scale. It's not where we want to be. So it's just high enough and just spotty enough that there is some concern about that fire danger. And remember, a couple of weeks ago we had a similar type setup, and it resulted in the ignition of numerous fires. I mentioned that haze. It is a little hazy. That's a live look from the Grand Junction Airport, where right now we're holding at 98 degrees. We do expect to slowly cool this evening to 96 degrees at 6 o'clock, 95 degrees at 7 o'clock, and then by 8 o'clock we're down to 92. By morning, most areas will cool into the 50s. Some of the coolest areas can cool into the 40s. We're expecting mid-60s for lows around Grand Junction. Tomorrow we recover into the lower and middle 90s with 80s in those least warm spots. This is a 7-day forecast that gets warmer, but really we don't offer much of a shot at rain. In fact, there's not a lot of variation other than that building warmth that sends us back up toward 100 degrees around Grand Junction on Friday and Saturday. Otherwise, highs are going to be in the mid to upper 90s with morning lows in the mid to upper 60s. In Montrose, it's lower and middle 90s for those high temperatures. Those morning lows are going to be in the upper 50s and lower 60s. In Delta, expect mid to upper 90s through Thursday. We're close to 100 degrees on both Friday and Saturday. Our morning lows are mostly going to be in the low to mid 60s. And in Cortez, expect lower and middle 90s throughout the next 7 days. Morning lows will be in the 50s.